Hello, my name is Alyssa and I will be doing a video review of Inspiration. Inspiration is a tool that school children can use to make diagrams about what they've learned in school. It makes visualizing concepts easier for children, as well as cleans everything up and looks more organized. It's a good program to use because it's easy to learn, the tools are broad in scope, and children can learn while they make these diagrams. The home screen of Inspiration offers three main buttons: diagram button, an outline button, and a place to open previously made files. There are also templates and a tool that helps you learn to use the program. The diagram mode begins with one main idea. Let's choose energy processes, since we're doing a science classroom. Next, we'll change the shape so that it looks more sciencey. There are several options to change from a green circle to any shape you'd like. Since we're talking about energy, we'll choose the recycling shape. Next, we want to create links off of energy processes. To do this, you go to the top button called Create. It creates another bubble with a link to it. Since there are two main energy processes in the environment, photosynthesis and cellular respiration, we'll make two bubbles, each coming in opposite directions. Now that we've typed in our two main energy processes, we'll change the pictures to make them look more fun. Since photosynthesis occurs in plants, we'll change that picture to a plant cell, and cellular respiration to an animal cell since it takes place in animals. Now, since we'll be making a pretty big web, we want to arrange our pictures. You can arrange them into a tree, a web, or a split tree. Let's open the bigger option diagram to show all the options. We want each option to come out in an opposite direction, so we'll choose split tree for now. Notice all the different options there are. Now that we have that settled, let's build up our tree. To do this, we can use the Rapid Fire tool. The Rapid Fire tool is very helpful because it allows students to add many options at once. You can do Rapid Fire with links or without links. Just click on the Rapid Fire, type in the name of a process, and press Enter. It creates a bubble automatically. Since the three main energy processes of cellular respiration are glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain, we've entered these three bubbles. This tool makes it easier to enter lots of information at the same time. For photosynthesis, we'll enter light reactions, the Calvin cycle, and phosphorylation. Now, another interesting tool that students can use is the dictionary tool. When a word is typed in and you click on the word guide, the definition of the word automatically pops up. It says the definition, a pronunciation guide, synonyms, and other derivatives of the word. This is very useful for students when learning new words. Another interesting tool in Inspiration is the hyperlink tool. I've chosen this website because it provides a great description of photosynthesis. If I want to add this website to my Word diagram, I copy the link, click on the hyperlink tool and paste it in the Link To button. Now, when a student clicks on that link, it'll go to that website. To make my presentation more interesting, let's change the font. There are a few fonts to choose from. You can also change the font size and color. You can make it bold, italic, or underlined. Our presentation's looking great. We can change the background color to also make the slide more appealing. Being able to change the font size, and color of both the text and the shapes makes the whole presentation more appealing to students of any age. To further extend the creative potential of inspiration, we can change the bubbles to pictures that we got off the internet. For example, I got this chloroplast off the internet, and since the Calvin cycle takes place in the chloroplast, I thought it would be appropriate to change the bubble to a picture of this. These creative options really extend all the potential that inspiration has to offer students of any age. The note feature is one of these. With the note feature, students can type additional information about bubbles they've already made. For example, the electron transport chain helps cells carry out their metabolic processes. If we didn't want to put this in a new bubble, we could just add a note onto this one. You can expand the note or hide it. You can resize the note by clicking on the little note button above the bubble. With all these easy-to-use and creative tools, it's easy to see why inspiration is so good to use for all ages students. Outline mode shows all the information we've typed earlier in an outline form, such as a handout that I could hand out to a class. All the links and notes have been transcribed and are in my outline. Let's go back to diagram mode. When we're all finished, we can save our file in wherever place we desire. One last idea on how to make inspiration even more creative is by changing the colors of the shapes. For example, we can make this animal cell look blue by changing the colors in the little jelly bean shaped buttons on the bottom of the screen. This is a good example of how students can use active engagement to promote their creative abilities. They can choose any color they'd like. Now, let's go into template mode to show how teachers can use inspiration to teach without having to put that much work in. There are plenty of templates to use. Because we're on the topic, let's choose one about photosynthesis. As you can see, most of the diagram is already there. There are directions on how to add more words or bubbles. Several words are already linked. Here, I'm showing how you can use active engagement yourself or have your students use active engagement to choose colors, shapes, and fonts. This could also be a very good means of expression for students in a classroom. The relative advantages of this tool are obvious. They clean up diagrams and help students to learn as they teach information. The possibilities for inspiration are endless.